This is Dr. Rossi speaking. Is, Jill Smith there, please?
Oh, just a minute. I'll call her. Jill, are you in?
What is it?
You've got a phone call from Dr. Rossi.
Oh, thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Hello? Dr. Rossi?
Close enough, baby. How are you?
Goodbye, Joe.
Don't hang up until you hear what I have to say. I got some friends coming over. Why don't you stop over in about an hour? I mean, I can get rid of them early.
Forget it.
Listen, I didn't say come over and let's fight. I said come over and let me start putting things between us where they belong.
I'm not interested.
Even in a friendly warning? My brother may be on his way to see you. I told Mike everything. Oh, the hassle with Dom, all of it.
Oh, I'll bet.
Don't, or else you're going to be a loser. I mean, now that he knows the score, he's in my corner, so you don't have any more hold over me, chickie.
Joe, if you ever try to see me again, or call me, I'll go to the police.
Like I said, I told Mike.
You gave him your version of what happened in New York. The police will get mine.
Yeah, come in.
Well, here we are for the party. Something wrong, Joe?
I was talking on the phone to an old girlfriend. She gave me the brush. I guess it kind of tacked me off.
Well, at least you called it the evening rates. What'd you expect, to snap your fingers and she come running all the way from New York?
I don't know. Sit down. I didn't invite you to listen to my problems, and I don't mean to bore you with them.
That's all right.
You know what gets me is how a chick can act like you never meant nothing to him in the first place. You thirsty? There's a drink in the box.
Maybe later.
No, thanks.
I know it'd be different if it was a chick that you took to the movies a couple times or something. But, I mean, you know what I mean.
Look, you weren't married to her. She wanted out. That's her right.
What do you think the only hold you can get over a chick is with a wedding ring?
That's the only one that counts.
Sit down. And I keep forgetting.
Forgetting what?
You haven't been around enough to know.
To know what?
And chicks are all alike. I mean, just because a guy treats them good, that's nothing. You put a chick on a pedestal, that just gives her a better shot at your head, that's all. The only guy a chick ever remembers and never forgets is her first. Right? I mean, take my girl, for example. You know, the one who put me down? You think she'll ever get away from me? No matter how hard she tries, not a chance. I mean, I got my brand on her, and it's there for keeps.
Look, Joe, why don't you just forget it?
You'd rather have me change the subject, huh?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I'm just trying to tell you where it's at, buddy. That's all. When you're married to a chick, ask her. See if she doesn't agree.
Norm, I want to go home.
Oh, yes, of course.
Do you have a minute?
Well,
No, it's already complete.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Why don't we sit down? That is, if you have a minute.
Yes.
Okay. Would you, like something to drink?
No, thanks.
I'm trying to look as unimposing as I can.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to disappoint you. This isn't some gigantic crisis.
Oh, that's a relief. I just had dinner with 15 members of the Founders Festival Committee. We had chicken croquettes and baby peas. Now, that is a gigantic crisis.
You probably know I'm in the process of getting a divorce.
Yes.
It'll be final in a few days. Are there any rules against a divorced woman getting married in your church?
Do I shock you, Reverend? Ink isn't even dry in my divorce, and I'm already planning another marriage.
You must be very sure.
I am. I hope this doesn't sound as ridiculous as it feels for me to say. But I'm getting married again. To my first husband.
Was that Rodney Harrington?
Yes. If at first you don't succeed, try again and all that.
Does Mr. Harrington want to be married in church?
I don't know.
Well, haven't you discussed it with him?
Well, I wanted to find out if it can be done first.
I see.
Will you do it?
This seems very important to you.
It is.
May I ask why?
Well, yes, but I don't promise an answer.
Fair enough.
Well, that first time never seemed real. A suitcase in the back of the car, a 2-hour drive. Justice of the peace and your man and wife. And after that beautiful beginning, everything went downhill. But this time I wanted to start right and continue right.
Were you and Mr. Cord married in church?
Are you drawing a parallel, Reverend?
Just asking.
No, we weren't. We were married in his grandfather's house. This will be the first time of sorts for everyone.
Would it be possible for you and Mr. Harrington to stop by some evening?
I want a simple answer to a simple question. Can we or can we not be married in your church, yes or no?
It isn't that simple, Mrs. Cord. But I think you already know that.
Anything? Well, I never liked poker parties anyway. Somebody always gets their feet stepped on. Okay, it wasn't funny. Rita, you're not gonna take what that clown said seriously, are you? Huh? His pride was hurt, that's all.
Sure.
Look, some girl just dropped him on his head. And he won't admit that he deserved it, or it's for keeps. You know, in high school, we used to call that locker room talk.
You used to talk about girls pretty personally, didn't you? Like, which ones had a reputation for what, right?
Forget about Joe Trank, Rita. Well, that's what's bothering you, isn't it? He's gone. He's dead. And it's wrong for you to see him and Joe Rossi, or figure whatever that loudmouth has to say has anything to do with you.
If the shoe fits.
It doesn't. Rita, when you were 16 or 17, you were turned over to a guy like some kind of an object. Now, you can hit yourself over the head for the rest of your life with that. Rita, you were just a kid.
That's the worst excuse of all. It's like I had scars.
That's just your imagination. How can anybody be so beautiful in every way and not know it? Rita, come on, let me in. Rita?
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
I've been having these awful dreams about Joe Chernak. I dreamt that he wanted me back, and then he said I'd always be his, and I'd never be a wife to Norman.
Joe's mean and rotten. You mustn't let him near her.
Why are you trying to frighten my wife?
What are you after? What the devil do you want? I saw the way you looked at my daughter. What it is you're running from.
Who says I'm running from anything?
I do!
Well, you're a bat.